In this episode of the Beacon Hill Dollhouse construction, I'm going to discuss the unboxing of the kit that comes from Greenleaf for the Beacon Hill Dollhouse. So when you get your box, this is what it's first going to look like. So it's a nice solid box and it's quite heavy, I think, as you'll find out. And it shows the image of the completed Beacon Hill Dollhouse on there. And this is the representative of the kit right here, with this kind of mauve color with the white trim and an interior that is completely unfinished. So so this is kind of an example of kind of what you're going to be trying to achieve with this particular kit. Once I opened the box, the very first thing I found on the top were the instructions for the construction of the Beacon Hill Dollhouse. So this contained not only the instructions, but it also has a warm-up sheet and it has the schematic drawings for the kit. And so I, you know, referenced this information constantly throughout the construction phase process. So this is a very important part of the kit. So don't discard it, unless you're just some expert that doesn't need the instructions. I wouldn't have been able to build this without the instructions. So one of the very first things I did is to read the instruction warm-up sheet. And right in bold, when you first start to read it, you see the words "don't panic." So I guess this is kind of funny, but I guess what they're trying to do is just to make sure that people don't get overwhelmed, seeing all the thousands of pieces that need to be prepared and assembled in this kit, and just give up right from the very beginning. So I think what it's trying to tell you is just do it step by step, methodical, one day at a time. And for me, like I said, it took several months to build this, and I'm sure each person is going to be, have their own individual process to it and how much time they can spend. So, keep that in mind as you're working on it. The other thing that was kind of interesting in the warm-up sheet is that it initially starts talking about notes on finishing. And I'm thinking to myself, how is this a warm-up sheet? It's talking about finishing of the project when I really just need information on how to get started. But I later realized why they brought that, forefront, to the attention, of the person assembling this. It is important to be thinking many steps ahead as you're working on this process. What you do at this moment in time could affect your ability to do something later. So for instance, once you have assembled, let's say, the stairs within the main body of the house, it becomes very difficult then to attach wallpaper or to paint, effectively in this area once it starts to get put together. So you need to be thinking ahead, okay, do I want to go ahead and put this wallpaper in now? Do I want to start painting now? So just be thinking ahead, always be thinking ahead as you're assembling. So the other thing that I did after opening up the box was to take the schematic drawing and go through each one of the sheets in the kit and check them off. I wanted to make sure that I had all of the pieces that were represented in the schematic actually in the box. So in my case, the schematics came with an addendum. So basically saying, okay, here's something that is different from the actual schematics. But the one thing I found is that even with the addendum, it still wasn't completely accurate. And I don't know why they do this. You would think if they were going to build a kit that they would have the proper instructions with that kit. So if they went to the trouble of creating an addendum, why not make a new addendum with the changes specific to the kit that was sent? The other thing that I did is to separate the shingles and the siding from the rest of the kit. A lot of the shingles were already kind of broken up and loose in the kit, and the material is thinner for the shingles and the siding, so I wanted to keep those from getting broken up any further, destroyed, so I removed them, put them in another box, set them aside until I needed them. Thanks for watching.